Hey, what is up guys? Welcome to ProTraderPath. This is going to be the very first video of the channel, and in today's video I'll be providing some educational content, keeping in mind that someone with zero trading knowledge can actually start learning the process. Okay, so some of you might already know these things, maybe most of you, but still I want you guys to stay with me, stay focused on the study or on the lessons that I provide in this channel. The reason behind that is because I want people to know how the market structure works. Maybe after completing this course or after watching all the educational videos that I'm gonna provide, your thought on the market might change. Okay, there are a lot of things that even me as a trader found some new love for the trading because of ICT himself, and I'm gonna get you guys to the level where I am right now, or maybe even better. It may vary person to person because that's how it works, right? When there is something new, you create something new as well. So you learn the process and then you create your own strategy, what works better for you. This is not the only or the best way to trade, but in this channel I'm gonna start from very zero towards the pro. Okay, so that's why I called or I named this series of videos as Zero to Pro. You may find some new love or new way to learn how to trade in the market, or maybe some new way to customize or improve your current strategies win rate, and that gonna happen, I can promise you that. But you have to stay with me for all the lessons, since I'm trying to give these lessons from beginners level, literally from zero to pro. So the first video that I'm gonna show you guys today is going to start with what is a candle, how the candle is formed. Okay, so without any further ado, let's start. So here in this video I'm going to talk about the candle formation, what are the candles, what they represents, and how to read a candle. So this is a green candle, that is also called a up close candle. That means a candle that closes from, like, opens from below and closes at upside. And this candle is formed when price from a certain level starts to go up high. For a green candle, every candle has two major parts, which is this part that is called wick. Most of the time wick stands for weakness, because price couldn't make that high or make that level while closing for a certain period of time, and that is the weakness that price shows at a certain level. Here this part is called body. Okay, so that's the body of a candle, and that's the wick of a, and that's the lowest point that price reached in this case. Or regardless of the color, the green or red, the low will always sit below, like as you can see, like it's low, right? The lowest level that price reached, that's the low, and the highest level that price reached, that's the high. Okay, that's the high. The candle has two major parts, which is wick and body, and then the candle creates four different parts or levels. So the four different parts or levels are: candle opens at a certain level. In this case, green candle always opens from the bottom, red candle always opens from the top. Okay, so top means like the upper portion of the body, that is where red candle opens. What it means is, a candle opened, or a market opened at a certain price. Let's say you have a pen, you bought the pen for, let's say, $1. Okay, that's your opening price, but you want to sell the pen if you can get $1.10 or maybe $2. You don't know, let's say it's in a bidding palace where people are constantly bidding higher to get the pen from you. Okay, so the bid opens from $1 and it can end at any certain period of time, but that, in this market, everything has a calculation, everything is a point. So as I was saying, let's say you bought a pen for $1, but you're willing to sell the pen at any higher price than $1. So every time there is a bid in the market, the price is going up, right? You cannot bid the same price to get the pen, because 5 person cannot bid $1 to get the pen. Who's going to get the pen, right? Who's going to give you the higher price? So that there will be a collision, there will be a problem. So what happens is, when there is a bid, let's say the pen is $1, person made a bid of $1.10, the other person maybe made a bid of $1.15, another person $1.20. So this is how the value of the pen is going up by every bid. Okay, once there is a bid, the value is going up, and at a certain level people are not willing to pay anymore. That is where it closes. So a candle has 4 major parts. Number 1, a candle opens at a price, okay, reaches a low. The low can be created for a green candle before its closing, anytime before its closing. Same with the high. The high can be created anytime before the closing, but sometimes you will see there is no wick, maybe at the bottom or maybe at the top of the candle. In that case, the high and the closing price, or the low or the opening price, will be the same. Okay, if there is no wick, let's say there is no wick like this, so the high is at the closing price here. Okay, but let's not get confused, because I want to make it very simple and clear for everyone to read a price action from one single candle. So
this is a reminder. NY open.
Okay, so as I said, like the high and the closing price can be the same, or the low or the opening price can be the same. Similarly, the opposite for red candle, because the red candle represents is price from a higher price level going towards the lower price level. The price from a certain point, let's say the pen you bought for $1, but after a couple of days you saw that the value of the pen is dropping. People are rejecting to buy the pen before a certain level of price. So what happens here is, the price initially was $1. Some people are willing to buy it for, let's say, 70 cents, but you saw, like, when these 70 cents people are gone, the price currently is 85 cents, and you thought, this is where I want to sell my pen. So what happens is, that's where your sell closes, right? Because you sold your pen at that certain price. So the lowest value you got, the offer, it's actually offering the price, right? So the lowest offer you got was 70 cents, but the price that you managed to sell was actually 85 cents. So you sold the pen at 85 cents. So every candle has 4 different parts, which is low, open, close, and high. So all you need to remember for this part of the lesson is, a green candle always opens the lower side of the body, and a green candle always closes at the upper side. Okay, that's why it's also called a up close candle. The opposite is true for red candle. A red candle always opens at a upside of the body, and a red candle always closes at the low side of the body. What happens here is, the low and the high is always same for both the candles. And this information, if you can remember the green and red, you can actually customize the candle colors on your trading platform. So for me, it's maybe black and green. Black for the down close candle, green for the up close candle. So you can change regardless of the color. Always remember, like, whatever color you provided for the down close candle, that candle opens at the top, closes at the bottom. And why that happens, let's get some example from the real-time chart. So I'll go to some high time frame chart. What happens here is, you can see the green candle opened here. Although there will be few things in the market that actually gonna give you some bias. Let me just this part. So the green candle opened here and closed here. So the next candle, after that 1 day time period has finished, should open from that price, because this day price reached up to this specific level. So it's 96. Okay, let's put here. You keep an eye on the opening price. It's 96.637. so this candle should open from the same area. So look at the opening price, exact same. Why? Because this is a daily candle. Here it's the daily time frame that I'm showing you. So by the time this day finished, or the 24 hours of period finished, the candle managed to get up to this price level, which is 6.637. okay, so that was the level price managed to get and closed the day over there. Okay, it's not the closing of the price, because the price action is continuous, and that's why you will see a new candle every time. Okay, unless the market is not operating, which is mostly the weekends like Saturday, Sunday. However, so since you saw like this day where price closed, the next day it opened from the same area. So here there is a exception which I'm gonna give you in like the advanced level teaching or something. But if you look here, this candle closed right here. Remember, the opening is on the bottom side and the closing is on the upper side. So this candle closed here, and the next candle next day opened exactly on the same level, and then it went up, close here. Next day it should open from exactly here, but there is some, these things are called like opening gap or volume imbalance. Instead of opening here, there is a small gap. That's the opening gap. So price actually, this is a point of interest that people mostly takes for their trade entries or trade exits as well. And similarly, it should open from here, but open from a lower point. This one is called volume imbalance, or it can also be opening gap as well, depending on what the other time frame shows. But mostly it's a volume imbalance, because it opened inside of the previous day, which is not like, it should not be like this. So there is that specific area that called volume imbalance, but you will learn about these things with time, with patience. But what I want from you guys for this specific lesson is actually to keep an eye on the candles, how it works. You can choose any platform you wish, and if you are willing to get the trading view, it's free for everyone, unless you are doing some advanced or pro features that you might need in future when you are trading. But for now, the free version works really good. So all you need to go to trading view, or I will maybe put an invitation link on my description so that you guys can sign up through that link, and in future maybe you can follow me on TradingView as well, because they have some share options. TradingView, where I can share my own analysis, like I can share with my community directly through the TradingView. So you can do that as well. But I'm not affiliated with TradingView by any mean. This is what every trader is using. So I hope you have some clear idea about how it candle works. So yeah, I mean, 4 main parts to look at: low, open, close, and high. The candle has 2 parts: is the body, thick part, and the wick, the thin part. Okay, this is why it kind of looks like a candle, right? Because if you put a fire on top, this is exactly how a candle looks. Just ignore the bottom part. So this now looks like a candle, right? Similarly, a upside down candle with the bottom part. So that's why it's called candle. So what a candle represents is, for a certain period of time, like for this one, I'm at a 1 minute chart. Okay, so this each candle gonna represent 1 minute. If I move to 2 minutes or even higher time frame, it gonna show 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever the time frame I'm choosing. Each candle is valued that much of time. Okay, so a hourly candle will show each candle for 1 hour. A daily candle will show each candle for a day, like for the specific day. That's how far a price went. Okay, that's the lowest point, that's the highest point. lowest point, highest, opened here, closed here. So this is how it works. Hope you can do the homework. It's very simple, very easy to do, because all you need to remember is if it's a up close candle, like for this case a green candle or a black candle, the green candle opening is at the bottom and closing is at the top, and for a black candle opening is at the top and closing is at the bottom. And as you can see, this is a very good example here. Green candle opened here, right? Why this candle opened here? Because the previous candle closed here. Similarly, the red candle opened here. Why? Because the previous green candle that closed here after 4 hours, the next candle opened here, closed here, and this green candle opened exactly where the red candle closed. For my case, black candle. Up close and down close. So yeah, at any given point, like, make yourself prepared for any given point. Like, let's say if I'm going back to this area where it opened, green candle, right? So green candle opened below, started and closed at the upside, right? So up, opened below, closed up. For a red candle, opened up, closed below, right? Any given point, just remember if it's a up close or down close, just follow that rules. And how you can utilize that is maybe I'll show on the next video, and then I will give you guys some specific lesson on the upcoming topics. So until next time, I think that's it. Take care. Bye bye.